Hello, dear kids. How are you all? Welcome back in your social studies class after winter break. I hope that you all did well in your periodic assessment too. So, come to our next and last chapter, chapter number 21, our cultural heritage. The culture of a country is the sum of the customs, traditions, taste, etc. of its people. And heritage means something that has been passed on to us by our ancestors. Thus, our cultural heritage includes our dances, music, architecture, handicraft, and many other things. Students, cultural heritage stands for things that have been passed on from earlier generation to the present generation. Of special significance are the work of literature, music, and arts in all its forms and shades. Perhaps the best thing about our culture is that it is so rich in variety. Many different people from different lands came to our country over the centuries. They brought with them their language, music, art, architecture, religion, and way of life. They settled down and mixed with the people who were living here before them. They all learned from each other and created the variety that we are so proud of today. Get it? India has a rich cultural heritage, or we can say it is a healthy blend of various cultures. Okay, so first is language. Hundreds of languages are spoken in our country. The major languages of the north have developed from Sanskrit and are similar in many ways. So, class, India has a rich literary heritage. India also has a rich religion literature. Sanskrit was only the language spoken by the people. During the Mughal rule, Persian language took the place of Sanskrit as the court language, while Urdu and Hindustani were the language of the common people in North India. The languages of the south, called the Dravidian languages, form a separate group. The languages spoken by the tribal people are quite different from these two groups of languages. Many of our languages have borrowed from each other as well as from foreign languages. For example, Urdu is close to Hindi but has borrowed a lot from Persian and Arabic. The books written in a language through the years form its literature. A classical language is one that has a very rich and old body of literature. Our government has given the status of classical language to Sanskrit, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, and Oriya. Did you know? English and Hindi are the official languages of India. In addition, the states have their own official languages. For example, the official language of Jammu and Kashmir is Urdu. So, next is music. The music sung and played by common people is called folk music. Almost every part of India has its own kind of folk music. Devotional music, for example, kirtan, bhajan, and Sufi music, Qawwali, is also popular among common people. And second type of music is classical music. Classical music cannot be sung and played without training. It has certain rules which people can learn only after years of practice. There are two styles of classical music in our country, Hindustani and Carnatic. Our folk and classical musicians play many musical instruments: sitar, sarod, sarangi, santoor, veena, tanpura, ektara, tabla, dholak, mridangam, ghatam, bansuri, shehnai, and harmonium are some examples of musical instruments. Now, next cultural heritage is dance. Folk dances usually form a part of festivals and other celebrations. Some, like Ghumar from Rajasthan and Gidda from Punjab, are performed by women. On the other hand, Bhangra, a folk dance of Punjab, is performed by men. Some dances are a mixture of dance and drama, like Lavani from Maharashtra and Yakshagana from Karnataka. In some dances, the dancers make warlike movements. These are called martial dances. Chau performed in Jharkhand, Odisha, and Bengal, and Thangta from Manipur are martial dances. Some dances use sticks or poles like Dandiya in Gujarat and Chirao in Mizoram. Our classical dances can be performed only after years of training. Each dance has its own type of movements and costume. Kathak is from North India and Satariya is from Assam. Bharatnatyam is from Tamil Nadu and Kuchipudi is from Andhra Pradesh. You should be able to guess where Odissi and Manipuri are from. Correct. Odissi from Odisha and Manipuri from Manipur. Kathakali is a dance drama from Kerala, while Mohini Attam is a dance from the same state. Now, next is theatre. Folk theatre is quite popular in India. Our folk theatre includes the Nautanki of Uttar Pradesh, the Jatra of Bengal, and the Bhavai of Gujarat and the Tamasha of Maharashtra. Ram Leela performed during the Navratri and Ras Leela performed during Janmashtami and Holi are also forms of folk theatre. Did you know Kalidas was a great Sanskrit dramatist who wrote plays such as Abhigyan Shakuntalam? Kalidas was a classical Sanskrit author and is often considered ancient India's greatest playwright and dramatist. His plays and poetry are primarily based on the Ved, the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, and the Puran. His work have influenced many modern Indian writers and poets. Now our next cultural heritage is art. Thousands of years ago, people made paintings on the walls of caves. We already know this that early human made painting on the walls of caves. The paintings show how people led their lives then. Much later, Buddhist monks made paintings in the Ajanta caves in Maharashtra. These show the life of Gautam Buddha. The art of painting on the walls of temples, palaces and homes is quite old. One style of wall painting that was originally done by women in Nepal and Bihar is Madhubani. Paintings were also made on palm leaves, cloth and paper. A famous style of painting on cloth that developed in Odisha is Pattachitra. These were mostly religious paintings. Later, miniatures means small paintings, started being made on leaves and paper to illustrate handwritten books. Mughal, Pahadi and Rajasthani are famous styles of miniature paintings. Painting is not the only form of art. Sculpture, pottery, weaving and many other things fall under art. The Indus Valley people made sculptures of metal, stone and clay 4,000 or more years ago. Later, the walls of temples were decorated with sculptures of gods and goddesses, people and animals. Our next cultural heritage is architecture. The art of building in our country has gone through many changes over the centuries. The Indus Valley people used bricks made of clay to build their neatly planned towns. Bricks and wood were used to make the dome-shaped Buddhist stupas before and during Ashoka's time. Temples made after that were mostly built of stone. The expectations that stand out are the terracotta, reddish-brown baked clay, temples of Bengal. Temples were made in many styles in different parts of India at different times. One example is the Dravidian style of pyramid-shaped temples. All the styles had one thing in common though. They had detailed carving on sculptures on the walls and pillars. Examples of such sculptures are seen in the Khajuraho temples in Madhya Pradesh and the temple complex at Mamalpuram, Mahabalipuram, Tamil Nadu. The Persian and Turkish styles of buildings were brought to India by invaders who came and set up their kingdoms from around the end of the 12th century. These styles mixed with the style present in India and gave rise to the Indo-Islamic style, which can be recognized by arcs, domes, and minarets. Minarets means minars. This style reached its height during the Mughal period, with monuments like the Taj Mahal and Agra Fort in Agra, Red Fort in Delhi, and Bibi Ka Maqbara in Aurangabad. Then came the Europeans who brought their own style of architecture. Some of the best examples of this style are the Victoria Memorial in Kolkata, Parliament House in New Delhi, and Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus in Mumbai. Okay, class, we read lots of about cultural heritage of India. Here is a summary of this chapter. Our culture is rich in variety because it is a mixture of the customs and tradition of the people who came to our country from many different lands. India has many languages. The North Indian languages developed from Sanskrit. The languages spoken in the south are called Dravidian languages. A classical language is one that has a rich and old body of literature. The music of the common people is called folk music. Their dance is called folk dance, which forms a part of festivals and celebrations. We have two styles of classical music, Hindustani and Carnatic. The classical dances of India are Kathak, Satariya, Manipuri, Bharatnatyam, Odissi, Kathakali, Kuchipudi and Mohini Attam. Ramleela, Rasleela, Tamasha, Jatra, Bhavai and Nautanki are types of folk theatres. The Ajanta paintings made by Buddhist monks show the life of Gautam Buddha. Madhubani paintings were originally made on walls by the women of Bihar and Nepal. Patchitra developed in Orissa. Miniatures painting started as illustrations in handwritten books. Mughal, Rajasthani and Pahari are three famous styles of miniature paintings. Indian architecture has gone through many changes. The earliest buildings were made of bricks. Buddhist stupas were made of bricks and wood. Temples after that were mostly made of stone and had sculptures. The Persian and Turkish architectural styles mixed with Indian style to create the Indo-Islamic style. The European brought their own style of architecture. So your chapter is complete. Please read the chapter and fill the bookwork. Thank you.